We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will take this one.
Fucking click off King. Christ.
As the offensive guys trot on the field, you know they're congratulating the special teams guys to get them in great position. And while they're going out there, I'm guessing the quarterback's thinking about taking some good shots at the end zone right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 1918. Let's go.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to... Right there on the first down run, he gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough here.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Daniels. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
60 Eagles.
Inside handoff, Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Giants at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now Sanders. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early in the offer.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
That's caught left side by Neighbors. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Well, on this one, they may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ready, set. Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18, 70, ready. Sanders.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Isaiah Likely, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. We'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Daniels looking to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. First and 10, Taylor now. Spinning away. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Now 2nd and 9. To throw is Daniels. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mark Andrews from 13 yards out. And the Eagles have regained the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On play action, here's Shadur. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bob, 19 tight, 19 tight.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a first.
You got one more use on that zone beater. One more.
70. Panther 60. Panther 60. 68. 70 Rangers. 7. Panther Street. Panther Street.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go. Shot. Hey, Mosey, 6. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
7 Pirates. Down. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Check out.
Here's Sanders. Now he'll take this and run. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they don't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now their defense came through to the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Okay, ready?
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Byron Young. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Daniels. And Andrews lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Giants. Derrick Henry, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have moved out in front. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, you got to think the number one goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
That's out wide for Palmer. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple. Play action, now it's Daniels. He's caught by Mike Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10.
Come on.
Throwing now is Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
2nd down and a yard.
Let's go. Trap 60.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. On the up. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Will try and do this himself. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he'll go out of bounds downs, it appears, right at the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here we go, here we go.
Daniels from the gun on third down. Looking for Campbell downfield. Touchdown! A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
What's good on the extra point? And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. They're trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Come on, come on. Set. Cougar 19, Cowboy 80.
Sanders to throw. That one taken in by Neighbors.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 74-yard attempt.
And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Travis Hunter, 65 yards. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Giants 21. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1
play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Lions.
They go play action. Daniels. Pass caught right side by Taylor. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 65 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. In motion comes the tight end left. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now Lutz for the field goal try. He made his first attempt at this from 45. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown is 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and 8.
Let's go. Let's go.
Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Ready? Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
And we tend to give those running backs and the slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
Hawk 80. Hawk 70. Hawk. Ready.
Play action. It's Sanders. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Cowboy 80. Panthers 60. Panthers.
They go play action now. Sanders. A short one there, caught by Likely.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 8.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another first and 10.
Here we go. Bronco 80.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. A false start backs him up 5. First and 15.
Ready.
Throwing, Sanders. That is caught by Hunter. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring more.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So the Eagle offense coming on here as he'll try for 2 points. It's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Travis Hunter with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Butker on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next to score, Eagles.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday night prime time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Mark Andrews, 63 yards.
And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Bill Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
To throw is Sanders.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
Ready? 70 Lions.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
And now on is the field goal unit. And boy, this is speculative at best, crazy at worst. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Again, it's Taylor.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
What's good on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
We go from sorry inside to ready to grab up. Then get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the fool at the bag, the currency stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have. The things will be lacking, my bruh, so what are we lacking? I can point it out, so much that's around. Better settle down, no one doing that. Though they send the hound, bite me in that. Put me in the ground, turn me into ash, but to carry down. From those who came up before me, I made a change of the story.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 19, Lion. Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now Sanders. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Sanders. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 3rd and 3. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. A solid stiff arm. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Giants first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Out of the gun here, Sanders. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Got a man, that's Hunter. Escapes the defender. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll run forward Henry. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself. But it was 4th down, and the possession changes. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away. The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Daniels looking to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The city just made it sweet with the diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette and LA yelling.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
To the air goes Daniels.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Trayvon Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Open man, it's Palmer.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Daniels going to keep it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Accelerating, and off he goes. On his horse. And a little bit of a consolation prize here. He's into the end zone. Won't win the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
Some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Philadelphia, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready